getting in and getting out of Columbia College. What does it look like? What does it take? Figuring out how you are using Columbia, and then how to understand the college catalog so that you can maximize your time here. First of all, how are you using Columbia College? We offer various programs, associate's degrees, university preparation, personal and enrichment classes. People come and just take photography or an athletics course. And we also offer lots of programs and services that help student success that may or may not be available in other areas. Famous others who have started with a community college education, a few known people, Walt Disney, Tom Hanks, and a few of the others listed are just a few of the people who got their start at community college. So you are among some pretty cool people. Matriculation is a big word. What it really means is the process of moving through college. The process is pretty simple, 6 steps, but it really takes a lot more complicated measures than just the process itself. First you go to apply, then you assess into an English or math placement. You complete an orientation and an advising session with a counselor. That will help you get plugged into classes, which you then complete. When you are getting close to being done, you want to meet with a counselor and actually file a graduation application, because you actually have to tell us that you are close to being done. We don't comb through transcripts and hope that you're close and process you without your knowledge. This is something that you are in charge of. You have to come in and say, hey, I think I only have these few other classes left and I want to file a graduation application. You'll usually do that the semester prior to when you want to graduate. So let's say you're graduating in spring, you would want to come in the fall, and usually by October of the fall before you would graduate. That is also about the time that you start applying to universities for transfer for a future term. So that kind of lines up in timing to keep it in your head. And then you graduate, whether that is with a certificate, a degree, or even just moving on without particularly graduating. Your major, when you talk about getting in and out, you have to accomplish something. So what is your major? Why should you even declare one? Research shows that if you actually declare a major, even if it changes, because a lot of people do, you are more likely to complete school and not drop out. Floundering is common, unfortunately, because not everybody does something about actually making a choice. So in this class, we're going to be talking a lot about this so that you can be more focused and not fail out, so that you have a purpose for being here. So you are here, but you need to answer the question, why are you here? Understanding this purpose is a major key to your success as a student. If you understand the big picture, you're willing to do the small tasks to get to your big goal. So that is what I want you to answer. Why are you here? Why are you enrolled in this class? Why are you enrolled at Columbia College? Why are you coming to college in the first place? What is your ultimate goal? We'll be talking about that throughout the rest of this week. An educational plan appointment with a counselor and getting these courses down on paper can help you process that purpose. What does it look like, mapped out? How long is it going to take me? It's a customized plan to reach your personal goal, and a counselor will do this individually with you. We can do it face-to-face and also virtually via Google Hangout. Ask for Kirsten, me, to do it. Set an hour-long appointment, set up a Google Plus account, and then we can do it online. We can share screens and we can work on it together. So if you need help with the Google Hangout instructions, you can find that in our Blackboard class area under helpful tips and hints, something to that effect, and find out more about that. But this is what a printed educational plan looks like, and it will again map out your specific courses, which helps solidify that purpose for you. Let's talk a little bit about the catalog versus the class schedule. A lot of students don't understand the difference. The catalog is a useful tool. It's your educational planning tool. It lists everything you need to know about the college, the planning, the policies, the student services, how to access the student services, location, phone numbers, all of the major and certificate requirements, all the general ed requirements, all the course descriptions for any class we'll ever offer, not just what's happening this semester. It also gives a projection of the future course offerings at the back of the catalog with a 2-year plan. We are a small college here at Columbia, which is a huge advantage in many ways. One of the disadvantages is that we don't get to offer every class every semester, and so our faculty does the best they can at predicting when they are going to be offered. And so we use that tool in educational planning specifically so that we make sure you are taking the class that you want to take in the semester it will be offered. It helps you to be informed and to plan. The catalog is your overall educational planning tool. The other great thing it has in it is the instructors' phone numbers. All the full-time faculty name and phone numbers, and sometimes office locations, but those move on campus from year to year, and so you want to make sure that you're not relying on that solely. You can look on the website for that. Also, you have catalog rights to the catalog that you start with if you are continually enrolled. You have that for 4 years. What that means is that these are the requirements. It's basically a contract between the institution and the student who starts in that particular year. So if a requirement changes, then you get the rights to the requirements in your catalog. For example, between the 08-09 catalog and the 9-10 catalog, the math requirement changed in the state of California, and so we had to up our math graduation requirement to Math 104, which is Algebra 2. Well, students who had started before or even in 2008-2009 got to have that Math 101 graduation requirement for 4 years to complete their degree. So that became a very essential catalog right. But in general, we're going to go to the best benefit of you. Like maybe we have a new degree. We have lots of new transfer degrees in the last couple years. Maybe we have a new transfer degree that has come in and you really want to take advantage of it, but you started 2 years ago. We can always go to the benefit of a newer catalog for you. But you can't pick and choose from the different catalogs, like, oh, I really like this requirement, but not that one. No, it's whichever year is the one we're using, that's the one you got. And you have to graduate within 4 years of that term and stay continuously enrolled. And you can take a summer off, you can take a semester off, but it's a matter of enrolled within a calendar year. And our calendar years go from summer to then fall and then spring, and then it resets again next summer. Well, the class schedule, that's the paper document that lists all the classes that are currently offered, the days, the time, who's teaching them, how to register, and all of that. However, starting summer and fall of 2015, we will not be printing this class schedule any longer. So there's going to be 2 different resources. One is Connect Columbia, which is where you find the class schedule now and register for your classes. We will be producing a student handbook that will have all the information on how to register for classes, all the student success services and support, and other tips for your journey here at Columbia. So that will be available to all students online and in print, but the actual classes and course scheduling is going to be on Connect Columbia only. All right, what do you do with AP credits from high school? AP credits come from classes that you take in high school that are typically the advanced or the honors courses. However, you don't get credit just for taking the class. You actually have to take the AP test and score a 3 or higher. That helps you. If you do that, you get units in college towards your requirements. What's a prerequisite? That is a class that you have to take before you can take another class. And if you want to challenge that, like let's say you have previous knowledge and you feel that you don't have to take the prerequisite course, you can submit some documentation along with a petition to challenge that prerequisite. but otherwise you are required to take the class before you can sign up into another class. There's also what's called a co-requisite, and that would be a class that you have to take alongside a particular class. There are many options for certificates. Usually no general ed is required. Lots of skills. This is a certificate, or all of our certificates are designed to get you into the workforce, whether it's automotive technology, fire technology, culinary arts, which is our hospitality management program, cooking and baking, computer science, multimedia. There's all kinds of certificates that we offer at Columbia. A lot of times you can get a certificate and then work toward a degree in the same field, and you're allowed to double dip those classes into both your certificates and your degrees. These are all the different degrees we have at Columbia. Standard Associate's degrees, AAAS. We have our Associate's degrees for transfer. We also have the Associate's degrees in occupational education, and those are those ones that are tied to those certificates. There is about 7 things needed for your associate's degrees. General education, your major prep, what classes in that particular major do you have to take to get that degree. CID numbers are basically the numbers that are connected statewide to other courses. And so you can use classes from other institutions and substitute them into your Columbia College coursework if you so choose. 60 units total is required for a degree here of degree applicable units. And remember the course numbering system, the 0 to 99 is for transferring 1 to 99, and then 1 to 199 are degree applicable credits. Got to have a minimum of GPA of 2.0. Most of our degrees require 2 PE classes, which we call HHP here. The AATs or ADTs do not. And then again, you need to apply to graduate. Depending on your major, it will depend on what you take for your major prep, right? If you're a biological science major, you're going to be taking lots of biology and chemistry and physics. If you're a psychology major, you're going to be taking lots of psychology, maybe some sociology or biology classes, statistics. If you're going to be a hospitality or culinary major, you're going to be taking a lot of baking classes. It just kind of depends on what your major is. And your general ed will relate to, depending on which major you take, depends on, or which degree you're getting depends on how many general eds you take. But you can double dip your classes from your major into your general ed, which is pretty sweet. You just need 60 units total for that. You can also prep for transfer here at Columbia, which means that you are using Columbia as a springboard to transfer to a university to earn a bachelor's degree, or that 4-year university degree. You can do all of your general education requirements here. You can do that major prep stuff here. It's called lower division requirements, what you would take as a freshman or sophomore at whatever university that was. We use a website called assist.org to help with all of the California schools, so all the CSUs and UCs. Counselors are key to keeping up on all the changes. Things change all the time. We can help you with applications. There's a TAG, which is a transfer admission guarantee for the UCs, and we can help you with that. We also offer workshops and sometimes bring on-campus recruiters or recruiters onto our campus to help you understand more about the different universities. All right, just wrapping you up. We talked about matriculation, which is that process of moving through college, declaring a major, whether it's a certificate, a degree, or a transfer preparation. We talked about the difference between the catalog and the schedule, and just a brief little overview of the different things we have here at Columbia.